What's up, everybody? Yesterday I got to see Jurassic World Dominion. Now, the first thing I'm going to say about Jurassic World Dominion, it's not a worth for 31% in my opinion, but that's not like how Rotten Tomatoes work. Let me explain to you how Rotten Tomatoes work before I give you like my overall score on Rotten Tomatoes. On Rotten Tomatoes, you have everyone gives their individual score. And when they give their individual score, Rotten Tomato adds it up, and that gives you a score. It gives a movie an overall score. So that means like if 7 people dislike a movie, but 3 people like it, it gets a 30. It'll probably get a 31%. That's about a 3 out of 10. But that still means 3 people like the movie. Now, for something like the Batman, let's say it gets 80 to 90%. That means about 8 to 9 out of people like the movie. And as time goes on, it keeps adding up and adding up and adding up. So like, let's say out of 30 reviews, 10 people liked it. That's still about a 30 out of 30%. You know what I mean? So it keeps going up, going up, going up. Do I think this movie's worth for 31%? Well, I don't think it's worth for 31%, but I also don't think it's worth the 80% they got on the audience score. Now let me tell you something about the audience score. The difference between the audience score and the critic score, the critics have to see this movie. The people who there's a good chance that people who didn't like the last movie didn't even fucking want to give this movie its time, the time of day. So the people who probably didn't like the last movie didn't come to this movie. So the reason is probably so high because you got a lot of people who are fans of the franchise putting their score in and adding to it. So what's the moral of this? Well, I'm telling you, fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Just do your own thing. Watch for your own purpose. I thought it was going to come out here and just be absolutely abysmal. But I found things to like about this movie. Now, the one thing I say is the weakest thing about this movie before I get into the positives of the script. This is probably one of the worst scripts I've heard in a big blockbuster in a while. I don't even think Fast and Furious script was this bad. Maybe it was. I don't remember. I don't think Fast and the Furious, because at least their jokes landed. There was like about 5 good jokes in this movie that I don't think landed. And also, as far as the OG cast goes, other than Ian, the OG cast didn't do it for me. Other than Ian, the OG cast wasn't really doing anything for me. Like if we weren't on Ian or the World cast plus the new edition pilot, I was kind of bored, to be honest. Like when it was just on Grant, and I was a little bored, to be honest. They didn't do it for me. It's the dinosaurs. The big thing about the dinosaurs. This is a Jurassic World movie, but the dinosaurs are just present. They don't even take a back seat. They're just present. Usually, I think that's the biggest thing about this franchise right now is the dinosaurs, and that's the biggest problem with this movie. It's supposed to be the epic conclusion, but the dinosaurs don't play a big enough role. Yeah, we have a big fight scene at the end, but that's because they're just present. They don't have anything to really do with the plot. The plot has something to do with something that don't even relate to dinosaurs. It's a totally different fucking species of animal and insect. It doesn't even have anything to do with dinosaurs, and I think that was a big problem. There's only one scene where it felt like there was actual tension. 1 to 2. There's a bike riding scene with Chris Pratt's character, and then Bryce Dallas Howard's character had to crawl into a lake because she had a dinosaur chasing after her. If you ask me, those are probably the 2 best scenes in the whole movie. For some reason, there's a fucking scene where Chris Pratt and the new character, pilot character, are crashing into the ice, and it just felt like there was no tension there. Like they could die, they could have very easily died there, but they felt like there was like no tension there. I don't know. And they're going over that. Sometimes it felt like, to me, the only person that felt like they were in a Jurassic Park World movie the whole time was Bryce Dallas Howard. Everyone else felt like they were in different movies. One person was in a fucking Taken-style kidnapper movie. The other person was in like a political thriller, take-down big corpo movie. The only person that truly felt like they were in a Jurassic World movie the whole time was Bryce Dallas Howard. But if you're looking for the pros in this movie, if you ask me right now, are like the fight scenes. Honestly, anytime they're doing action, it's pretty good. And when the world cast and the OG cast do meet, I feel like they did work very well together. That's about the last 20 minutes of the movie, and I feel like that was pretty good. So overall, if I had to give this movie a score, it's about a 5 to 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not good either. But yeah, that's what I thought on Jurassic World Dominion. Peace.